This video will show you the kind of data that you're going to need to collect that you would have collected if you were doing the density of metals lab. So if you notice up here, we've got samples of 4 metals supposed to be identically sized cylinders, and 2 of them are obvious. One is copper and one is brass. Let me hold those up to the camera. You can see that copper is obvious because of the color. The brass is like a brass instrument, a trumpet or a trombone and the like. The other 2 are unknown metals. We're going to try to figure out what they are based on their density. And they look quite similar, but I can tell you that they have very different masses, and we'll do that right now. So if you have your lab sheet, I will, you can write it, you can copy along, but I will post these as well. So let's go with all 4 masses first. So first we'll do the copper, and if I put this on the scale and give it a second to balance itself out, looks like 56.93 grams, 56.93 grams. And let's go with unknown 1. Unknown 1 is going to be the heavier of the 2. So let me remove that. Unknown 1 on this scale, 49.65, 49.65. And unknown 2, which looks quite a lot like it, has a very different mass. And so there's density in a nutshell. Identically sized cylinders, but very different masses, 18.30 grams. And last but not least, the brass cylinder, which is on the 3rd page of your lab, weighs in at 53.79, 53.79 grams. Now, to collect volume, let's do copper. I'll only do one. We'll do copper. I'm going to do it by water displacement. So I'm going to start with a certain volume. It doesn't matter what the starting volume is. I'm going to pour around 15 and then measure it out. It looks like it's 14.7, let's roughly say. So initial volume was 14.7 for the copper. And I'm going to add my copper slug to that carefully, because I don't want to break the glass, to that. And of course, the volume has gone up. I don't know if you can see that, but the volume has definitely increased. And I think it looks like around 21.0, 21.0. Okay, and so we'll do that for the remaining 3 metals as well. And you'll have to, of course, figure out the volume of the metal by subtraction and then calculate the density. And that's essentially it for the lab. All you really need to do is measure the mass using a balance and measure the volume using water displacement.